PS4 NASCAR League, aka the Checker Flag PS4 NASCAR League. I'm your host, S1173, and welcome to the Pocono Green 250 pre-race show, presented by the Checker Flag PS4 NASCAR League. Now, we got a nice show for y'all here today. We got a first-time winner in Storm, unable to make the race. So Bradley is going to fill in for Storm today in the 36 car. We got a couple Truck Series drivers making unexpected National Series start debuts. We got Luciana Goats. Okay. I'm not good at pronouncing names, so yeah. If y'all tune into the Truck Series races, the driver of the number 16 truck, that, my friend, is the name of whatever his name is. I think it's Trey. I don't know. Again, I'm sorry. Ew. I'm sorry for everyone that my dog is sneezing over here. Anyway, my dog is sneezing all over the place. Sorry about that little disturbance. And that loud disturbance over there is the lobby. So yeah. The Pocono Green 250 from the track known as the Tricky Triangle. Why is it called a triangle? Well, if you could tell by the picture, there are 3 turns. Yep, I said that right. There are 3 turns at this track. Something that you never hear. It's the only track, and not only NASCAR history, but also NASCAR goes to, that's only 3 turns. Yep. Pretty crazy. This is practice, y'all, so I forgot to mention that. The race doesn't start till 5:30 Central. The qualifying doesn't start till 5:30 Central Time. So if y'all in the Central Time and y'all want to tune in to qualifying, y'all can. But y'all don't have to. That's your preference. Y'all came here just for the race? Hey, you do you. So let's ride on board here with, this is Bradley in the 36 car. As we go down the front straightaway, we're going to go into turn 1. And each turn at this track is unique. Because turn 1, right here, as Bradley gets to the wall there, this track is known as the highest banking turn, turn 1, 14 degrees of banking. Meaning, that turn was from the old Trenton Speedway that got torn down way back in the day. This turn, turn 2, also known as the Turtle Turn, is reference to the old Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard, as they like to call it, at 8 degrees of banking. And right here, turn 3 was a track that the National Series and the Truck Series went to, with 6 degrees banking, known from the Milwaukee Mile up in Wisconsin. And that's a lap around Pocono Raceway, as Bradley's going to make a 3 wide here in the middle. He thought better of it, back out of it. Rightfully so. And he's going to be a threat for this race. We got, there's also another threat for this race, Predator in the 9, who ended up finishing 4th last week at Charlotte. Right behind Big Will, who's filling in for Weasel in the 18 car. And then behind Steve Smith in the 01, and then eventual winner, Storm in the 76. Speaking of Weasel, here he is in that white and red number 18 Toyota Camry. Rocking the Raheem colors as he hits the wall coming out of turn 3. And as the 5 of GT Jones makes his way down pit road. There goes Bradley by him on the outside lane. There's going to be speeds approaching 190 miles an hour, maybe even 200 going into turn 1 here, this track. Just going into turn 1. For an Xfinity car, that's pretty fast. But the Cup cars can go up to about 210, maybe even 215, maybe with enough draft, which is insane fast. Here's NASCAR man, last year's regular season champion. He's currently on the outside looking in terms of the playoffs. Last year's contender for the championship is currently, I believe, 11th in the standings. I could be wrong about that, but you have to be in the top 8 if you win a race. You have to be, I believe, it's the top 12. So if he could win a race, he's into the champion. He's in the playoffs. But he really like to point his way in. Now, a little known fact. My eyes are not deceiving me too. That is Napa fan, who is in the 98 car. Apparently, it was announced that Napa fan was, I guess, unhappy with his situation with Checkered Racing, not having a team owner, not having an actual owner to like fall back on. So he decided to jump ship from the number 20 Checkered Racing Toyota Camry to the number 98 Ford Mustang for Stewart House Racing, who then again just lost his owner last week, being Remix. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Napa fan could do in this 98 car. His talent, though, he does have a lot of talent, especially driving in a Toyota. I remember last year in Xfinity race at Phoenix and ISM Raceway, he and I were bound for the lead at one point in that race, and unfortunately at the end of the race, I drove away with a 5.5 second lead and won the race. But back then, I was an upstart. I was in the Truck Series. Now I'm in the Cup Series, potentially maybe going back down a little bit, because like NASCAR, man, my season's not got off to a great start. Yeah, I got a couple top 5s. I just finished, I believe, 5th last time out of Charlotte. I won the All-Star race, so that's a high for me. But I also finished 2nd at Monster after now having a car that competing in the top 5, maybe top 10. But I'm currently 4th in the standings. Hopefully I can get another good race tomorrow night in Pocono. Get around this tricky triangle, so to speak, and hopefully come out on top. But I ain't guaranteeing myself a win. No siree. It's gonna be tough. But enough about me, and yeah, enough about me. Here's Ed Fire, and it was rocking the same colors as Napa fan, both representing Humper's Pizza Proud. That's right on board with Napa fan. Ed Fire, as he handles the tunnel turn coming up ahead. Taking it nice and easy. Going down this little short straightaway, going into turn 3. The flat turn 3, referencing the Milwaukee Mile. And try to get a one all the way down this front straightaway. This is probably one of the longest straightaways in NASCAR. Speeds of upward almost 190 miles an hour, diving it down into turn 1 and slowing it down to about 155, 160. And this is the second longest straightaway coming out of turn 1. This is known as the back straightaway for most people, but some people call it the Long Pond straightaway. Back into the tunnel turn. It took about half a lane higher than you want to go. You want to be right on that yellow line, but not below that yellow line, because that apron will come up and get you quickly. That's why I believe that the toughest turn in this track will be that tunnel turn, turn 2, because you think you can angle it right, but you might angle it a little too perfectly. Yeah, too perfectly. I know, weird to say, but if you angle it, the turn just off a little bit, your left side tires will go below that yellow line, hit the bumps on the apron, send your car sideways. So, that was a look at practice. Everything is dwindled down now. Everyone's just either on their single car ones, trying to get stuff right for the race, and qualifying will be coming up about 10 minutes. So we're gonna back out, or I'm gonna back out of the practice session. We're gonna get some pre-race interviews before qualifying. Now the first one I really want to get a talk with is JC, because for about a week now he announced that this will be his last race. This will be his last race in the championship, in the league. So we'll get. I think I passed him. Yeah, I did. Oops. Let's get JC in here and get a pre-race interview for him. And let's see if he has what it takes to finally come out and to be in his National Series career in a high spring. Because I think he can get one more win. He's got one more win in him. And tonight, maybe it's tonight. Heck, he might have two wins left in him. Who knows? What's going on, JC? Not much. It's been well documented for a week now that this is your last weekend in the league. Any nerves about? Yeah. Any nerves about knowing that very soon you'll be leaving?
No nerves. Like I said, I'm here for fun. They got going in at the beginning of the season, so there's no pressure or anything like that as far as trying to score points or anything like that. It's just all been out here really fun.
Yeah, you're kind of pulling like a Wash Chastain, so to speak, because I think you participate in every single race this season, which is like Wash Chastain. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, Tech's allowed it to happen. It means I'm not running for points or anything like that.
Yeah, this track, I know some parts of the track is like very tough, especially for me personally. For me, turn 2 mainly. But what would be your take on being the toughest part of the track?
Turn 1, I think is gonna be the toughest one. Turn 2 is pretty easy. I have my marks on the wall that I use to lift, and I can just power through it. But turn 1. Right there, I don't know if you're watching or not, but that arc going in is a pain. You have to get it just right, get to the bottom, and then head back in the throttle as quick as possible without washing up towards the wall.
Yeah, I can definitely see that turn 1 could be very treacherous, because you'd be going in turn 1 probably 190 miles an hour, maybe even 200 with the draft, and have to get back down to like 155, 160 just by the middle of the corner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Turn 3 can be a little challenging. You have to really pay attention on when the car starts turning itself to get back on the throttle real quick. Because if you don't, otherwise you'll go straight down to the rumble strip with the grass, and it's just game over after that.
Yeah. Well, good luck in your race tonight. I just told the audience that you think you have one more win in you, and I said it may come tonight, but hey, you might surprise us and get 2 wins before you leave this.
That would definitely be awesome. Go back to back, squeak the weekend.
Yep. Good luck to you tonight, man.
I appreciate it, man.
No problem. Took a little while for him to leave, but not try to be awkward about it. So let's get another person in here. I think we have room for maybe 2 more people. Trying to think which one I should do. Let's invite Predator, because after that strong 4th place finish last time out, I think he'll be looking forward to hopefully finally getting the chip off his shoulder, getting that first career win. There he is. How you doing, Predator?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. So, I watched practice. I was giving the viewers a nice rundown of how the track layout is, knowing there's only 3 turns. This is the only track in history to have 3 turns. What would you say that out of the 3 turns, which turn do you think will be the toughest tonight?
Well, I don't know how many people you've interviewed so far, but I'm pretty sure everybody can agree that it's turn 1. Turn 1, it's killer. It's very tight. I personally, I can't get the right rundown on it. I can run either over accelerate or under accelerate. I can't find that fine print. So it'd be very interesting to see how everybody else handles turn 1.
Yeah, and I know that it's probably bugging you a little bit about trying to get that elusive first win. I know it's going to be coming, and I feel like it's going to come soon, and maybe sooner than you think, possibly tonight, for instance.
Yeah, I feel pretty confident. I've worked pretty much all week with the guys at Junior Motorsports and HMS. I'm trying to get a perfect car. There's not a lot of cup guys, not a lot of substitutions tonight. So I feel like we have a pretty decent car. Everybody's talking about times and pretty fast by myself, but a lot of people are going to be using that draft, and it's all about using that draft and getting around people and keeping up front. So I'm hoping we stay away from the wrecks because there's going to be a bunch of them. So hopefully we can get it together, and hopefully you could be interviewing me at Victory Lane.
Yeah, I hope so, man, because like I said, that first win's coming. Like me, for instance, I'm still looking for that first win. I might have gotten the All-Star race, but points paying wins is what I count for the most. So good luck tonight, and hopefully, like you said, I might interview you in Victory Lane.
Yeah, absolutely. It will be fun. It'll be a fun race. So should be a very interesting race. So JC's last race in the National Series, so it sucks to see him go, but pass the torch on. He drove this 9 car last year here, so we'll see how I can do.
All right, good luck tonight, man.
All right, I appreciate it.
No problem. Okay, and we're gonna try to get one more person in here if we can try to get him in here real quick before never mind. I made a little change, but we're trying to get one more driver in here, and that being Bradley, who's subbing for Storm tonight in the 36 car like I mentioned earlier. So let's get Bradley in here and see if he'll be willing to accept this interview. Little backstory: if y'all missed last week's race, especially after the last few laps, I would say about the last 2-3 laps, there was an incredible battle for the win happening between Storm in the 36 and then Steve Smith in the 01. Both are be very, very young in their careers. Storm, man, he put up a whale of a fight. And there's Bradley. How you doing, Bradley? It's good. Now, I've already talked to 2 of people today, and I asked each one of them this question: what would be the trickiest turn in this race? Turns 1, 2, or 3, and they both said turn 1. So, do you agree with them?
Yeah, I have to agree with turn 1. Turn 1, you can easily overdrive it with it just coming out into the corner 200 plus. Especially if you're behind somebody, you may miss your let-off point / braking point, whatever you need to do to make the turn.
Now, like I said, this is JC's last race, so do you have anything to say to him?
I'd like to thank for his service, and hopefully he can go out there tomorrow and get his cup win before he has to leave.
Alright, well, good luck to you tonight, man, and hopefully you could be one of those people I may interview in Victory Lane.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to end the pre-race show here. I would like to thank y'all for at least attending this, because I saw there wasn't quite enough people that I saw. So I'm going to end the broadcast here. Well, at least the pre-race show. That's what I was trying to get at. So thank y'all for coming out to the pre-race show at least, and I'll see y'all in just a minute for qualifying for the Pocono Green 250 from the Tricky Triangle and Pocono Raceway.